tell us some of the real challenges that you went through.
With this kind of music, you need people to accept you, and if you are doing something and you are not being accepted, it becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
Music entirely, it's not cheap. Some people don't believe in appreciating musicians. That is the truth. Some churches don't believe in that.
It feels the gift God has given to you, so
you need to share it with the church.
yeah.
But they didn't know when you're coming, you pick the car, came with the instrumentalists who you are supposed to settle. I mean, they don't think about that. If you want to come into the space, psych yourself that God is about to use us for a great impact into the society. It is coming. The wave is coming. It's coming so great that
God,
we can't handle it. It is coming.
hello everyone. Welcome to another episode on Beyond the Surface podcast. My name is Enoch and I am your host. On today's episode, we'll be talking to a gospel artist in the contemporary gospel industry, a songwriter, a young businessman that is making waves in the industry. We're looking at his journey over the period, how he started, how he got into gospel music, the challenges he's faced. We want to take a look at the gospel industry, Ghana gospel industry, as it relates to the gospel fraternity in general. And so you want to stay glued to your seat. You want to watch the end of the episode. If you've not subscribed, please be sure to subscribe. Tell us what you think. I want to, any questions that you have for our guest, I want you to put it in here. Our guest is in the person of JM. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great. And thank you for making the time to come in on short notice. All right, great. JM, I'm sure, I know you.
Right.
A couple of people know you. I'm sure there are people that are seeing for the podcast for the first time. Who
It's
would
true.
you say JM is?
What can I say? JM is an urban gospel artist. Let me say a gospel artist.
Right.
Using ministry and using music to reach to ordinary people or people in the world. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This urban music industry, what is it? Let's break it down a little bit.
Okay, so urban gospel is just using forms of maybe hip hop, Afro beats,
Okay.
infusion with the lyrics of God to reach people.
Okay.
Right.
Unlike the normal people that use their normal
right.
Ghanaian slow songs,
Right.
you use. Okay, great. Now let's look at the beginning before people knew you as an urban gospel artist. Who were you? What kind of life were you living?
Actually, well, I said I was doing secular. I was doing secular music.
Oh, you were doing secular music.
Yeah. I was a Christian then, but I wasn't that so glued to God. I was just an ordinary Christian, you know. Yeah, who was going like in no direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of songs were you doing in the secular?
Oh, like normal hip hop, hip life. I mean, that kind of music. Yeah.
Okay. How did you get into that hip hop?
You know, I grew up in Tema, and Tema has that kind of fever. You know.
Okay.
When you're in Tema, automatically you start doing music because it's something very common in there. It's like living in a Galamsey area. It's very easy for you to mine gold or indulge yourself in Galamsey. I mean, so me born and being bred in Tema, I mean, music just was like something simple I just picked up. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now we'll look at the transition, but let's go back a little bit. Before we came on air, I was telling you how I read about you and I realized that you are from the northern part of Ghana.
From the northern
You
part
told
of
me
Ghana.
you were born to a mother that was a Christian
Sure.
and a father that was a Muslim. Take us
right.
through that and how you decided to choose Christ and follow the ways of God.
So like I was just as I was born, I started following my mom to church.
Okay.
You know, my dad doesn't force people, doesn't force religion on anyone.
Okay.
Wherever you want to find yourself and wherever you want to belong, I mean, you're free to. Yeah. So I was just I grew up following my mom to church as a child, and that was it.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So growing up in Tema, because Tema has a lot of rappers, Sarkodie and all of that.
Yeah.
So you started doing hip hop. At what point do you realize that okay, maybe there was more to this music? I want to get into the gospel.
So I actually started the music I didn't start it as like I want to be a musician, you know.
Okay.
I just pick a word and then I keep rhyming with it.
Okay.
But and that was the latter part of my JHS. That was I think JHS 2, JHS 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I entered senior high, that was when I took the thing very serious. Yeah.
Was it a point you encountered God?
Oh, you
And
mean the
that,
gospel or
yeah,
the
the
secular?
gospel. Yeah, the
Oh no,
gospel.
the gospel was like after 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, there was an encounter I had which I tried all means to come out of it. It wasn't working. So one time I just told myself I'm going to the park to pray. And then I went to the park alone, started praying. I started praying. That was how I got journey with Christ. I mean,
Right.
seriously.
Right.
Initially I used to go to church as I said, but I wasn't really committed to church
Yeah.
things, you know. I was just a normal church goer because I had stopped going to church like from 2011.
Wow.
2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is the last time I think the first time I entered church again. And that
Right.
was in like December. Yeah. So after 2017, I started a church in my area. And
Oh,
when
you
I
started a church.
in my area.
Okay, hold on. We'll come back to that. But the encounter, was it a word, a preaching? Take us through how that encounter came about
Yeah,
that
so
caused that
as
shift.
I was saying, like something happened to me. You
Okay.
know, it was based on my work. I mean, I think we went to rent a house for someone and then went to pay the money to a wrong landlord.
Wow.
So now we had to refund the money to
Back.
the original landlord because when the client was moving in the house, the original landlord was like, he hasn't received any money, he doesn't
Yeah.
know the client who is moving into the house. So we should go to whoever we pay the money to and then bring it to him. So that was how everything started. And I was so devastated. I was so worried. So that night, that's how I said I walked to the park and I started praying to God.
Mm.
And then just in like 2, 3 days, I think the issue was solved. So
Wow.
that was how my
They found
journey.
the old.
The person who we pay the monies to. So he gave us the money back and then we went to pay to the original landlord. So that was how the journey started.
Wow.
There was a church in my area. Actually, there was a prophet who was in my area. A big shout out to Apostle Cephas. He
Right.
was in my area. I used to meet him, we talk. Sometimes you meet me and then give me a prophetic word that this is what he has seen and all that. So
Okay.
I decided maybe I'll start, attending church at his place. So that's why I started.
Okay.
And then when I went to the church, there was no, I think there were lack of instrumentalists and singers.
Okay.
I didn't even know I had that gift to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to the church,
But when you do secular, it was more of a rap.
it was rap. It wasn't really
Yeah.
singing. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was rap.
Yeah.
So I knew I could sing, but I didn't know I can really do it when I'm given the chance to, you know.
Right.
So that's how it started in the church. So when I went, I think there was no drama in the church. And I mean, early days of my childhood, I used to play the drums at church.
Mm.
Like, so I said, I can do this. Let me just help with the church. So that's how I started. I started as a drummer in the church. Not really a professional drummer, but like something to
Something to
make the
do.
church lively. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I started. I started playing the drums in church. And then as time was moving on, I was listening to medleys, Joe
Mm.
Metals medleys and Akese Brimpong's medleys. And then I said to myself, now I can sing. So there was one point I felt the 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 singers in the church were not hitting the right spots
Yeah.
in singing. So I said to myself I'll start singing in the church. So that's how everything started with me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you started singing. I know for here, I mean now it's better, but from this part of our world,
Right.
urban music, urban gospel music is not
Okay.
something that is really
Accepted.
accepted. So
Right.
starting in that church, what
So
kind of
I didn't start with urban gospel actually.
Okay.
I started with the normal praises and worship.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was how I started. I started as a contemporary artist before I transitioned into urban gospel.
Okay. What
There
influenced your decision to
to
go
do
to
urban
the
gospel.
urban gospel?
So actually, because I was doing the hip hop, the Afro kind of music in the world,
Yeah.
I said to myself, I can easily do this. And then I had been listening to King's Kid like those times. So I said to myself, I didn't I really wanted a group I can maybe join to do, the urban kind of music, but I said to myself, let me just start it on my own. So as I started meeting them one after the other. So that's how the urban gospel one also started.
Who would you say inspired you? I talk about listening to Joe Metals medley, and who would you? Which one artist, maybe three artists, that would you say inspired you so much, make you know that this urban gospel thing, I'm really going
to
do
it. Is it the urban or the contemporary?
No, the urban.
The urban. Also, King's Kid. King's Kid. He was.
Shout out to King's Kid.
Yeah. He was the one who really inspired me to do the urban music. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really inspired me.
Now, let's get into the urban music. Now, getting into it, this is a type of music that wasn't accepted in our gospel fraternity.
We are still struggling.
Yeah, we are still struggling. We'll come to that. Now, as an up and coming artist at the time,
right?
Starting with
I'm still up and coming.
Well, I don't think you are actually. Maybe you see yourself as that, but I think you are more than an upcoming. I think what you've done in the gospel, and I mean, we're going to talk about what you've done, so that people, I think our audience will agree that you're not up and coming. But starting up and coming into the band, tell us the challenges. I mean, gospel, the fraternity don't accept it. Tell us some of the real challenges that you went through.
With this kind of music, you need people to accept you. And if you are doing something and you are not being accepted, it becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
That is one. Finance, how to finance your music is another challenge. Yeah, because after doing your music, you have to shoot a video. That's another finance aspect of it. After shooting the video, you have to promote. After promoting, you have to, the social media promotion, you need money.
Yeah.
The traditional media as well, you need money.
Yeah.
So the finance aspect of it, you being accepted in the society is another one. So I think those are the challenges, I face and still face it. So
do you think doing gospel music is cheap?
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Music entirely, it's not cheap.
So for a gospel artist who charges whenever he's told to come and perform in a church, the justification is music is expensive. I pay for video, I pay for recording and all of that, and that's the justification or the reason why I would want to charge to come and perform in your church.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
Oh, what would I say?
Yeah.
We need to be paid. As a musician, you need to be paid because, music is not free. I can't just walk into a studio and tell the engineer you should play a beat for me to record on. No, I have to pay for his service. If I want to shoot a video, I need to pay for the service. If I want to do a promotion on social media, on traditional media, I have to pay. So we also need to be appreciated.
Yeah.
I won't say paid, but if you read the book of Matthew chapter 19 verses 29, he said, he who do away with cars, mother, father, brother, for my sake will get it in 100 times.
100-fold, yeah.
So God himself will provide, yes, but at least we also need to be appreciated. Fantastic. I can't go to a program with an instrumentalist after everything and then I look at his face and say, you should go home. Definitely, he's coming. He's going to pay for transport.
Yeah.
Going back, he's going to pay for transport.
Yeah.
And at least I need to pay for his service. Yeah. So that next time when I need him, he will come. If I don't pay him next time when I need him, he will not come.
Yeah.
So we need to be paid. And
so you don't think it's wrong if I ask?
No.
But what should influence the artist, the gospel artist, in respect to how much I take for an event?
Actually, with charging, I don't charge.
Okay.
As to say, give me this or give me this amount, right? Okay. I believe we need to be appreciated.
Okay.
But I have not charged before.
Okay.
Like maybe when you invite me to a program and I told maybe I'm going to take a 10,000 or 20,000 now. I feel in your capacity, whatever you feel you can give me, something substantial.
Okay.
I mean,
So for you, you tell them any offering you would want to give me after the, but
yeah.
not like a quota, like
No, I
pay
don't
me
quote. I don't quote.
20,000.
Yeah, I don't quote.
But what do you say to people who do that? Gospel artists who do
That's their
that?
calling. I can't speak against that.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have a different calling. I have a different calling, right?
Fantastic.
I don't know what they have with God or what relationship they have with God. It's between they and their God. So I can't speak anything against that. If they want to charge, that's them. Yeah.
All right. Now, talking about gospel music being expensive. Now, how much do you spend on? I've seen a lot of videos you've shot.
Right.
How much do you spend on production from the beginning?
As in producing music.
For one single that you bring out there.
It depends.
Give us a range.
So, by the grace of God, where I am now, I have a lot of friends who are producers who produce music. So I actually don't really pay for music production.
The production,
right?
okay.
I just appreciate, after the production, I feel maybe Charlie, if my brother take this one and take such a body.
Okay.
I mean, but as in to say I'm paying like 2,000, 3,000 for a production.
But for the video too?
For the video that I pay.
How much
even
do
though I
you
have
spend?
people, close to, let's say, to a 10K you can pay.
10K for one video.
From 2K to a 10K.
Okay.
Depending on how the video is going to be shot, locations.
Yeah.
I mean, things you're going to use in the shoot and all that. I mean, yeah. So you budget like from 2K to 10K. Yeah.
Right. Now, talking about, I mean, this is expensive, like you're saying. But you talk about one of the challenge being how gospel artists don't get a lot of financial help.
Right.
Now, for you you spend some kind of money in this. How do you raise money for your music ministry?
By the grace of God, I'm working.
Okay.
I'm a real estate agent, so
okay.
I finance.
So that feed into your music.
Work,
okay.
And then, so basically that's it.
So you would agree with me that gospel artists should also find a job to do aside the music that they are doing.
Most definitely. Bible says the hand that doesn't work shouldn't eat. I mean, you can't tell me you're doing full-time music unless maybe out of your music you've made a lot of investments for yourself. Let me use an example like Joe Metto. Joe Metto can say he's doing full-time music.
Yeah.
Because he goes to a lot of shows. He has a studio.
Yeah.
I mean, so he has sound he rents out, Reverb Studios. I mean, he can come and play your events for you with his, instruments and then his equipment. So it depends. If you are financially stable, that's fine. If you are not, I think you should get a work to do.
Okay, so you'd agree with me that, I mean, I've spoken to a couple of gospel artists that are upcoming, maybe some that are out there that are doing only gospel music.
Right.
And because of that, one of the challenges they tell me is that they find it very difficult to raise funds because you have nothing, literally nothing. So you depend on people, you write to organizations to support them. But from what you're saying, if you are working and doing the music, it helps to an extent. It balances you. So that your work can feed into it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's great. So I mean, to the young artists out there, I mean, this is a free advice to you. Yeah, fantastic. All right, now let's get into your music. I was telling you before we came on here, on one of your music I like, Befa.
Right.
And I think it's one music people really like out there. Tell us, how did you get inspiration for that music? How did it start?
I think I was in a studio one time with one friend, Sowix. Shout out to Sowix Music. I was with him in a studio, and I was going through my phone, and there was one beat which was on my phone for a long time. So I was just scrolling through my music, my playlist, and then the beat came, and then I was listening. So as I was listening to it, I was like, nah, I think I can get a vibe to this beat, So that was how everything started. So anytime I'm driving or anytime I'm alone, I just keep playing the beat all over.
Okay.
Just to get a vibe, and then so that was how everything started.
Fantastic. But how do you get the inspiration of the words? I know it differs per every gospel artist.
Right.
Some say they hear it when they sleep.
Right.
Some say, how do you get the words and inspiration
So it
behind?
depends. It depends. There are songs you get in the dreams.
Okay.
There are songs you get when you're just listening to the beat.
Right.
There are songs you get in prayer. I mean, so it depends. It depends. So you don't just get a song from a source. Yeah, some you can just sit down and then it just comes into your head, and then I mean,
You
so it
record it.
depends. Yeah, I don't get my music from just one source,
Okay.
from different
From
sources.
different sources.
Right.
Let's talk about how gospel artists generally, and especially for urban gospel, are valued.
Right.
Has there ever been an experience where you were undervalued or you were seen in a certain light?
You know, sometimes when you're built to minister at a program,
Yeah.
normally when you're when you enter the auditorium, the usher needs to usher you to to your seat, because you're a minister. Definitely, you can't be just sitting in the crowd. I mean, they need to honor you to usher you. But some churches, when you go, no one minds you. You walk. I mean, myself, I don't even like sitting in front.
Okay.
Yeah, I always like to disguise myself.
Okay.
I'll be in the congregation like that. I'll even come and then you know I'm here.
Okay.
So I think that's that. And then sometimes you go for programs and then you just tell you God bless you. I mean, shall
You've had those experiences.
a lot of them. I mean, I've experienced a lot of that. I mean, so
those ones, what do you do when they tell
what
you
can I
that?
do? What can you do? There's nothing you can do. You just leave.
And do those people call you again?
Yes. Some people will just call you back. Some people don't believe in appreciating musicians. That is the truth. Some churches don't believe in that.
It feels the gift God has given to you.
So you need to share it with the church.
Yeah.
But they didn't know when you're coming, you pick the car.
Mm-hmm.
You came with the instrumentalists who you are supposed to settle. I mean, they don't think about that. However you settle with them, it's your own cup of tea. I mean, yeah. So those are the things, like you go for a program, they tell you God bless you. They don't and that's it. Like I mean, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, for JM, in the next 10 years to come, what would you want to be remembered for? What would you want anyone to listen to your music to remember you?
My music has made in people. Yeah, the impact. I want to the next 10 years, I want to hear people saying, when I listened to your music, I got healed. When I listened to your music, I was facing a depression. I was in a depressed state.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, today I am back to life. I mean, I want to hear testimonies from people saying they listen to my music and this is their testimony. Yeah.
Fantastic. Do you have any projects coming up in the next 5 years? Any concerts coming up that
Yeah,
you would want to?
I used to organize programs yearly, but this last year and this year I'm facing a venue challenge. So
Okay.
I'm just still putting things together. But I recently released a song on my birthday, 4th April, titled Waiting Make I Do. Yeah, in the space.
You want to give us a rhyme for that?
I'll do that.
All right.
I'll do that later. So I just released a single, and I have a couple of singles I'm going to drop this year before the year ends. Yeah.
Now, to any young gospel artist listening to you who wants to get into the gospel artist or even the urban gospel industry, what one advice would you tell him?
They should psych themselves. Yeah, psych yourself, because the space is not just easy like that. When I was doing contemporary, when I was doing the worship, I was always on programs. But when I declared myself to be urban, I mean it has come short.
Why do you think is that?
You see, as we were saying earlier on, we are really not accepted fully yet. We are still pushing. The wave is coming. Why am I saying that? When urban music started, even the contemporary, we're seeing urban artists like, who are these, like hooligans, and I mean,
who is this person
but
doing
today,
hip hop gospel?
The way of dressing in the contemporary space is changing.
Yes.
You can attest to that fact.
Yes.
The way of music is changing. Now you can hear them doing Afro music, you can hear them doing something like hip hop and all that. So I see a wave coming. So if you want to come into the space, psych yourself that God is about to use us for a great impact into the society. It is coming. The wave is coming. It's coming so great that
My God.
we can't handle it. It is coming. I see it coming. I see it coming. So you just need to psych yourself. You just need to, one second, you be prayerful. I mean, stick to God, because people feel, oh, it's not just something we are doing. It is a spiritual business.
Yeah.
We are not like the secular people. This is gospel. This is Christianity. This is a relationship with you and God. So you need to be, one, prayerful. You need to at all times fast. You need to at all times read the word. So if you really want to come into the space, these are the things you need to be prepared with. I mean, be ready to engage yourself in any time. Ministry can call you anywhere. Be ready. I mean, be ready to sacrifice for the ministry. Yeah. So.
Fantastic. Now, for any organization watching out there,
Right,
who has this weird perception about the urban music, but you want to speak to support, what would you say to them?
we are all doing gospel music. It's just that ours is different, but the message is the same. How do you win, excuse me to say, a ghetto boy to become a dedicated Christian? I can win a ghetto boy with urban music, because if the ghetto boy always is listening to dancehall, is listening to hip hop, is listening to Afro, and comes into Christianity, or comes to be a dedicated Christian, and is still listening to all these songs, but which is carrying the message of God, I mean, he'll be fine. He won't feel he has left something behind. He will still be fine. I mean, so we also have our ministry, and this is what we are doing with it. I mean, so if they really want to come on board, invest in us, I mean, they shouldn't think twice.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, finally, if you were to speak to your younger self, 20 years younger self,
Wow.
what is that one thing you tell your younger self?
Dedication. Not just one thing. Dedication, consistency, obedience. Dedication, consistency, obedience, and closeness to your maker. Yeah. Because I mean, when I started, as I said, I was not going to church. I was just a normal church goer. I mean, I was just taking church as like some normal thing.
They happen.
But when I got into Christ, I wish I started early.
My God.
Yeah. I wish I started early. So that's what I'm going to talk to my younger self. I wish I started early. If I started early, I don't think I would have been far gone. Yeah.
But it's not too late though.
Oh no, it's not too late. But I mean, what I'm saying is I would have been, I mean, far gone. So that's it.
Fantastic. You want to put your socials out there? Anyone wants to reach out to JM?
So on my socials, JM official everywhere. Instagram JM official. Facebook JM official, TikTok JM official, everywhere JM official.
Fantastic. Yeah, last thing before we wrap it up. Right. How you said you are into real estate. You are also into ministry.
Yeah.
How do you balance both together with your family life?
As of now, I'm not married. I'm still single. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife at home.
Are you searching? I'm sure our audience will want to.
I'll answer that later. I'll answer that later. So, I mean, you should be able to balance your work and your ministry. My work is demanding. Yes, you go on the field, look for properties, come home, slot your advert online. People will call you. They want to see a property. They want to buy a property. You need to go and show them and all that. It's very demanding. But remember, there is a calling.
There is a calling
which you need to fulfill.
There is a calling.
So in the midst of your busy schedule, you still have to make time for your maker.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I really fused it very well. Yeah. I really fused it very well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I really fused it very well.
That's great. Thank you very much. viewers out there, this has been a very insightful interview with JM. We're going to put his socials out there. We're going to put his songs out there. Please be sure, go follow his page, go support his ministry. The man of God is doing so much in the gospel fraternity. So let's push his music and let's push it out there. And in his words, for that young up and coming musician and for that young gospel artist coming up, psych yourself that there's a wave coming. There's a wave coming to the urban community. So be part of this wave. No matter the challenges you face, be part of this wave. We'll see you on our next episode. My name is Enoch and I am your host.
You want, my darkest night, but you gave me victory through my hardest fight. Now look at me, glowing on the other side. Got a second chance from a higher side. Found me a hero, something like a farmer light. Cause I was lost in the dark, the devil had his ways, pressing me down on my luck, but damn I broke the chains. When I was born me, when I was share me, I real born me, when I was Jimmy, I sent me to me, when I was me, you made a way, leaving all my sorrows in the past, and I'm here today, being a mouthpiece of the gospel. I lead the way, I lead the way, man, I lead the way. What do you make I do? Show the love I have for you. What do you make I do?
That's hot, man.
What do you make I do? What do you make I do? Show the love I have for you. What do you make I do? Oh Lord, what do you make I do? Oh Lord, what do you make I do?
Fantastic. You in the song you say it's 2021.
Yeah.
What happened? You had an experience?
Yeah. So 2021, I was down with stroke.
Wow.
I'm in the month of July. So in the month of February, I lost my mom.
Oh.
I buried my mom in April. In May, I released my debut song, Yesterday. And then in July, I was down with stroke. So this song is just to tell the Lord how he brought me out from that sickness. Because stroke is a sickness. When it attacks you, it gives you a mark. Anybody who sees you knows
you've got a stroke before.
But if I don't tell you I've had stroke before,
I wouldn't have known.
You would never know.
Yeah.
So this song is dedicated to God for bringing me out of stroke.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Please stream everywhere on all social media, Spotify, on Apple Music. Waiting Ado, single by JM. Thank you.